In this section, we will discuss prediction using linear and non-linear regression. The term prediction refers to both numeric prediction and class label prediction. Classification predicts class labels which are usually not numeric but categorical. Regression is used to predict missing or unavailable numerical data values. Regression analysis is a statistical methodology that is most often used for numeric prediction. In regression analysis, there are two types of variables. First one is dependent or response or output variable. Second one, independent or predictor or input variable. Regression analysis can be used to model the relationship between one or more independent or predictor variables and a dependent or response variable. In general, the values of the predictor variables are known. The response variable is the one we want to predict. In short, a regression problem can be stated as: given a tuple described by predictor variables, we want to predict the associated value of the response variable. Regression is generally used to predict future values based on past values by fitting a set of points to a curve. Or in other words, regression takes a set of data and fits the data to a formula. There are different types of regression models, namely linear regression analysis, multiple linear regression analysis, and non-linear regression analysis. Now we will see the details of linear regression analysis. Linear regression analysis involves one response variable y and a single predictor variable x. It is the simplest form of regression and models y as a linear function of x. In simple linear regression, the relationship between the response variable y and predictor variable x can be modeled by a straight line. Or simple linear regression problem can be thought of as estimating the formula for a straight line. Hence, it is also known as straight line regression analysis. We know that a straight line can be represented by the equation y is equal to mx plus c, where m is the slope and c is the y-intercept. M and c are constants. The constants m and c can also be thought of as weights, so that we can equivalently write y is equal to w0 plus w1x. w0 and w1 are also known as regression coefficients. Hence, our problem is to identify the equation of the line by finding out these coefficients. In regression, it is difficult to find out the line which will pass through all the points exactly. Our objective is to identify the best fit line. In the slide, you can see a line which is not so accurate. This plot contains a line which is a poor fit. the line is not passing through any one of the points. The linear model generated is poor because noise or outliers or other types of errors exist in the data. Now consider the slide displayed, which is somewhat a best fit line, which is touching most of the points. You can see that some of the points are not exactly in the line. For such points, there is a vertical distance from the point to the line. The vertical distance is an error. We want to minimize the error. The best fit line is the one that reduces the vertical distance between the actual data point and the corresponding point in the line. Such a line can be found out by using the method of least squares. Using the method of least squares, the sum of the squares of the vertical distance between each data point and its corresponding data point on the line can be minimized. To estimate the equation of such a line, y is equal to w0 plus w1x, we are actually finding out the coefficients w0 and w1. These coefficients can be solved for by the method of least squares, which estimates the best fitting straight line as the one that minimizes the error between the actual data and the estimate of the line. Now we will see the equations for W0 and W1. Let D be a training set consisting of values of predictor variable x for some population and their associated values for response variable y. The training set contains D data points of the form x1, y1, x2, y2, etc. up to xd, yd. The regression coefficients can be estimated using this method with the following equations. W1 is equal to sigma I is equal to 1 to d xi minus x bar into yi minus y bar divided by sigma I is equal to 1 to d xi minus x bar the whole square. W0 is equal to y bar minus w1 into x bar, where x bar is the mean value of x1, x2, etc. up to xd, and y bar is the mean value of y1, y2, etc. up to yd. The coefficients w0 and w1 often provide good approximation to form the equation of the line. Now we will see an example problem. We can use straight line regression or linear regression using the method of least squares to solve this problem. Consider the data displayed in the slide. The table shows a set of paired data where x is the number of years of work experience of a college graduate and y is the corresponding salary of the graduate in $1,000. Now from the above data, we want to predict the salary of a person with 10 years experience. In this problem, x, that is years of experience, is the independent or predictor variable, and y, the salary, is the response or dependent variable. When you plot the data, it is almost a straight line. The 2D data can be represented as a graph on a scatter plot as displayed in the slide. In the x-axis, the independent variable years of experience is taken, and in the y-axis, salary is used. From the plot, it is clear that a linear relationship exists between the two variables x and y. So we can model the relationship with the equation y is equal to w0 plus w1x. We can find out the equation of the best fit line by finding out the coefficients w0 and w1. From the data, we compute x bar as 9.1 and y bar as 55.4. Substituting these values into equation, we can calculate w0 and w1. Now we will see the calculation of w1. From the table, first column contains x years of experience, y salary in $1,000. Then in the third column we are computing x minus x dash. We know that x dash is equal to 9.1. So for the first tuple, x minus x dash is equal to 3 minus 9.1, which is equal to minus 6.1. And for the next tuple, it is 8 minus 9.1, that is equal to minus 1.1, and so on. Now in the fourth column we are computing y minus y dash. Y dash is 55.4. So for the first tuple, 30 minus 55.4, which is equal to minus 25.4. Second tuple, 57 minus 55.4, which is equal to 1.6. Now in the fifth column we are computing the product of x minus x dash into y minus y dash for each tuple. So for the first tuple, it is the product of minus 6.1 into minus 25.4, which is equal to 154.94. And for the second tuple, it is minus 1.1 into 1.6, which is equal to minus 1.76, and so on. Finally, we are taking the sum of all these tuples, which is equal to 1271.32. Now in the fifth column, we are computing x minus x dash the whole square. So it is the square of minus 6.1, which is equal to 37.21 for the first tuple, and minus 1.1 square, which is equal to 1.21 for the second tuple, and so on. And finally we are taking the sum of x minus x dash the whole square for the whole tuples, so which is total is equal to 358.9. These values into the equation for W1. So W1 is equal to minus 3.91 into 30 minus 55.4 plus 8.91 into 57 minus 55.4 plus etc. up to 16 minus 9.1 into 83 minus 55.4 divided by 3.91 the whole square plus 8.91 the whole square plus etc. up to 16 minus 9.1 the whole square. That is, in the numerator part we are having 1271.32 divided by 358.9, which is equal to 3.5. After calculating W1, W0 is calculated using the formula W0 equals y dash minus W1 into x dash. So W0 is equal to 55.4 minus 3.5 into 9.1, which is equal to 23.6. Thus, the equation of the least square line is estimated as y is equal to 23.6 plus 3.5 into x. Using this equation, we can predict the salary of a college graduate with 10 years experience as 23.6 plus 3.5 into 10, which is 58.6. Now to get the salary, we have to multiply by $1,000, so it is $58,600. This is an example of the application of linear regression. This is an example of the application of linear regression. Now let us see what is multiple linear regression. Multiple linear regression is an extension of straight line regression. It involves more than one predictor variable. It allows response variable y to be modeled as a linear function of, say, n predictor variables. So the equation is y is equal to w0 plus w1 x1 plus w2 x2 plus etc. up to wn xn. An example of multiple linear regression model based on two predictor attributes are y is equal to w0 plus w1 x1 plus w2 x2, where x1 and x2 are the values of attributes a1 and a2 respectively. The method of least squares can be extended to solve for w0, w1 and w2. Now we will see the details of non-linear regression. To model data that does not show any linear dependence, we can use non-linear regression. In such cases, the relationship between the response variable and predictor variable can be modeled by a polynomial function. Sometimes we can get a more accurate model using a non-linear model such as parabola or some other higher order polynomial than using a linear model. Polynomial regression is used when there is just one predictor variable. It can be modeled by adding polynomial terms to the basic linear model. For example, a polynomial regression can be represented by the formula y is equal to w0 plus w1x plus w2x square plus w3x cube, which is a cubic polynomial relationship. By applying transformation to the variables, we can convert this non-linear model into a linear one. To convert this equation to linear form, we can define new variables such that x square is equal to x2 and x cube is equal to x3. Equation can be converted to linear form by applying these assignments. So the resulting equation is y is equal to w0 plus w1x plus w2x2 plus w3x3. Values for w1, w2 and w3 can be solved by the method of least squares. The polynomial regression is a special case of multiple linear regression. That is, the addition of higher order terms like x square, x cube and so on, which are simple functions of the single variable x. So this can be considered as equivalent to adding new independent variables. Some regression models, such as the sum of exponential terms, are interactively nonlinear and cannot be converted to a linear model. There are various statistical measures for determining how well the proposed model can make the prediction. Before applying regression analysis, it is better to perform attribute subset selection. This step can eliminate attributes that are not good predictors. In general, regression analysis is accurate for prediction except when the data contain outliers. Outliers are data points that are highly inconsistent with the remaining data. Outliers will reduce the accuracy of the generated model.